everyone, it's Karen, the Geordie Grandma. I've mentioned in a video before that I'm a reseller. I've been reselling on eBay and Amazon for about the last 4 years, which basically means that I pick up stuff used and new from car boats, charity shops, auctions, shops, Facebook Marketplace, basically anywhere I can get my hands on stock, and I resell them for a profit, or hopefully a profit, on eBay and Amazon. So I thought every Thursday I'd start bringing you a 7 sales video where I show you 7 sales that I've had that week. I'll pick a selection of them, some good ones, some maybe not so good ones, so you can get a good idea of what sells and what doesn't on eBay, just to give you an all-round picture of what the Geordie Grandma does on a weekly basis. So let's go over to the desktop and I'll start showing you. So the first of my 7 sales that I want to show you is a Mr. Potato Head bundle. It was a Toy Story bundle, so there's a bucket of Toy Story potato heads, and I also picked up, these were different things that I picked up. I actually picked up the bucket first at a car boot sale for £3, and then I picked up this little case full of what turned out to be Spud Safari potato heads, which made these little animals that you can see in the picture. There was an elephant, a lion and a monkey. They were really cute, had a little car with it as well. The Toy Story bucket, I was quite surprised it had everything apart from Woody's belt, which was a shame, but considering I bought it for £3 at a car boot, I'm surprised that was the only thing missing. So that was £6 altogether. I did put it in the condition that the Woody's belt was missing, but that the Spud Safari was complete. I used the keywords such as Toy Story, potato heads, etc., and put as much in the title as I possibly could. So that sold for £27 plus post. It only took about a fortnight to sell. So once I took off eBay fees, PayPal fees, postage, etc., that was a profit of £15.45. So that was a nice quick turnover and a nice profit. The second sale I want to show you is this Noritake dinner service. Now I bought this at auction, and when I buy things at auction I usually have a look online at what's in their catalogue, and then I'll go over to the local auction house and I'll have a look at the items that I'm interested in, particularly crockery, just to make sure it's not broken, you know, there's no chips and cracks and things like that. But this time I didn't go across to the auction house. I just bought this sight unseen online, on the online auction on the day. It wasn't getting much interest, and the bid was only at £4, so I thought, I'm going to have a go, I'm going to bid £6 for it. So I bid £6, nobody else bid, so I won this. It was like a big box of dinner service and other plates and random bits. So I bid £6 and I won it. So altogether I paid, with commissions on top, I paid £9.96 for the whole box. Now this was, when I got it home, there was quite a lot of this Noritake dinner service in it. There was more plates, more bowls, more cups, but one of the cups was broke and a few of the plates was chipped, so I had to take those out. But what I did was I broke it down. I got a 4-setting dinner service. I've also got a 3-setting of it, and I've got some random bits as well. There's also about maybe 4 or 5 plates, separate plates, different kinds, not Noritake, that I've got listed as well. And this sold, I had it on for £50, I had no idea what to set it at. There wasn't many others like it on eBay, so I set it at £50. It had only been on for about a week when somebody sent me an offer for £40, so I took it. I snapped the hands off. I take that as the auction price of £9.96, but that was for the whole box, and I do have other things on. Sold this for £40, so that was a profit after fees and postage of £24.36, which was a very nice profit. And I've still got the other things listed for sale as well, so hopefully I'll make some more profit. Now crockery, I think people are a little bit frightened of buying crockery and selling it on eBay because it is a bugger to post. Luckily Warren, my husband, who also works in the eBay business with me, He likes to do the postage side of it. He loves packing things, so I left that to him to pack. I haven't gotten any feedback yet because I don't think they've received it, so hopefully it got delivered in one piece. I'll let you know if anything happens with that. So that was the Noritake dinner service. It had the stamp on the bottom, RC Philippines Noritake P502 Monaco, so I could look it up and see if there was any other ones on eBay. I think there was one other thing. So I put as much of that in the title, and I did put in the condition that was no chips or cracks. And I also took lots of photographs so they could see what was what. So that was the Noritake dinner service. The next thing I sell quite an eclectic range of stuff on eBay, from dinner services to toys to clothes, just whatever takes me fancy. And I really like selling little play sets. They're so cute. I like setting them up. I just like selling them. Now I paid £5 for this from a car boot sale. A lot of Happyland toys don't actually sell for very much, but this one seemed to be priced a little bit higher when I was looking on eBay at them. Did have some light playwear, so little bits of marks, but no real damage on it. It's really cute. It's a little teapot, which is a house. It's got some little beds in there, little car, little sardine tin car, little cafe. It was a really cute little thing. So I priced that at £18. And like I said, I paid £5 for it, so that was a profit after fees of £10.30. Again, a really nice little sale. Next on the list this was something else that was in the auction box with the Noritake dinner service. This is a Royal Albert bone china. I've put convent garden in there. It's actually Covent Garden Convent. It's still got found anyway, and this again sold really quickly. Now I took an offer on this of £6.50. I thought because I'd sold the Noritake dinner service, I might as well take an offer, because everything else in the box is now just pure profit. So I took an offer of £6.50. So that made a profit of £5.69. So not a massive profit, but like I say, it's all profit. It all adds up. It was in really good condition. There was no chips or cracks. Really pretty plate, actually. Nice as like a sandwich plate, which is what I've put in the title. I suppose you could use it for cakes. If you were having a little lunch, you could put a little lunch on it. I might even want to just display it. But obviously somebody else liked that as well, and that went really quick. Next up is a pair of Runa stretch bootcut jeans. Now I don't often buy trousers, jeans and things like that because I hate photographing. I hate photographing them because I find them really difficult. I usually get the length looks wrong, or they look really stumpy. For whatever reason, I don't like photographing them. But these ones, actually, the photographs didn't turn out too badly. They were dark blue, really good condition, and if they'd been worn, maybe they'd only been worn once. They were UK size 14. Actually, if they'd been my size, I might have actually kept them because they were quite nice. They're my kind of jeans, bootleg, quite like that. Bootleg, bootcut, same thing I would think. So they went for £18, and after fees and postage, that was a profit of £11.87, which I think is quite good for a pair of Runa jeans, which is a Marks and Spencer's brand. So those were the jeans. Next was this shirt, St Michael, vintage long sleeve shirt. It was like a rusty red brown colour. Now I've had this shirt forever. I think this was one of the first things I picked up when I started selling clothes on eBay about 3 years ago. I think I paid £1 for it, and I've had it listed, like I say, forever. But I was doing a stock check about 2 or 3 months ago, and I was going through all my clothing just to check that they were actually on eBay, and I discovered that this one wasn't. Sometimes, for some reason, when you add things to eBay and you relist them, they seem to drop off and they disappear off the listings. So this one had disappeared and it wasn't actually listed. So I don't know how long it had been unlisted for, but maybe that's why it wasn't selling. So I've rephotographed it and relisted it again, and it sold. It probably took another 8 weeks to sell it, but it did sell for $9.99. As you can see in the condition, I have put that there was a very slight mark on the right shoulder. It was hardly noticeable, but I always like to put in any defects, because you can guarantee that if you don't, somebody's going to come back and say, look, this is damaged, I want to return it. So it's always worthwhile putting anything in there. You'd be surprised at how many things do still sell, even if they have some damage on them. So that was the St. Michael vintage long sleeve shirt. Pockets on the front, just quite an old-fashioned kind of shirt, really, that you would wear for work probably. So that went for $9.99. So after fees and postage, that was a profit of £7.53. So for something I've had for probably 3 years, I'm quite happy with that profit, and I was pleased to see that go. The last thing on my 7 sales for this week is this Max Mara floral top. It was an absolutely gorgeous top. It really was. I bought it at a car boot sale for £4. It's very sheer, and it said it was an extra large, size 18. Just a beautiful top. It took about maybe 3 days to sell. I only had it listed for 3 days. I had it up for, I think I had it up for £27, but I took an offer on it of £23.60. I probably could have held out for the full amount, but I thought, well, I only paid £4 for it, I might as well take the offer. So, like I say, I paid £4 for it. So after fees and postage, that was a profit of £16.04. So I think that was a really good profit that I turned over in just 2 or 3 days. I was very happy with that. And the buyer was very happy with it as well. You can see I've got in the condition, see description below for exact measurements. And I always, if I scroll down to the description, I always put the measurements of clothing in. So I put the actual size, I put the length, put the pit to pit measurement. I didn't put the waist and hip measurements in for this top because it was really very flared. Once you laid it out, it was almost circular. But normally I would put in the waist measurement and the hip measurement. And if it's jeans, I would put on inside leg measurement, things like that. It always helps, I think, to put the measurements in. I very rarely get any questions on clothes, and I get very few returns on clothes, and I think that's because I do put the measurements in. I'm going to touch wood because now I'm going to get tons of returns. I've just jinxed myself. So those are my 7 sales for the week. I hope you enjoyed looking at them. Like I said, every Thursday I'm going to bring you 7 more sales, 7 just random selected sales of the week, so you can get an idea of what sells and for what kind of profit on eBay. So I'll see you next week with another 7 sales video. Bye for now.